Numerous plants are susceptible to this widespread ailment. This circumstance is frequently connected to tomato catface. You may see symptoms such as catface is a physiological condition that results in aberrant fruit development and scarring. It often manifests toward the end of the blooming period. Fruits that are affected frequently have a lobed form, with dark scars that may pierce deeply into the flesh between the lobes. It is important to distinguish this symptom from tomato concentric or radial cracking. These distorted fruits nevertheless have their typical flavor and are safe to eat despite the loss of commercial value. Herbicide damage, high nitrogen content, and cold weather with nightly temperatures below 12 degrees Celsius during the flowering period are all potential reasons. Tomato varieties that produce large fruits are more susceptible to this condition than others. This condition often appears when the exact cause of tomato fruit malformation is not yet known, but generally the symptoms described above appear more frequently in tomato varieties that produce large fruits. There is a correlation between low nighttime temperatures, below 12 degrees Celsius, lasting for several consecutive days during the bud development stage, and this physiological disorder, possibly due to incomplete pollination. Some tomato varieties are more sensitive to such prolonged temperature changes than others. Conditions that hinder bud development also lead to fruit malformation. Mechanical damage to the flowers, excessive pruning, or contamination with certain herbicides, 2,4-D, can also lead to fruit malformation. Finally, damage caused by thrips, or a condition known as tomato stunting syndrome, also leads to fruit malformation. A few natural methods that may help include: this disease can only be managed through preventative measures. When the problem becomes more serious, treatments such as the following may be used. When appropriate, always think about combining biological therapies with preventive measures. Only simple preventative actions may be used to control this illness. However, in tomato types that are sensitive to this disease, stay away from applying herbicides that might cause circumstances that contribute to the illness. To reduce the likelihood that this may occur again, choose cultivars that are very tolerant of temperature fluctuations. Herbicide use should be avoided since it can cause this illness. Throughout the blossoming period, keep a close eye on the temperature. When working in the garden, take care not to harm plants mechanically. Prior to fertilization, check the nitrogen levels in the soil. In conclusion, at the end of the flowering period, the fruit starts to acquire malformed lesions with extensive scarring and fractures. For further advice on plant maintenance and health, subscribe.